Yeah, I went with 2 different ones because this is my first time, and I'm just trying to figure out.
Everything looks good though. Like I love this for you. Like I really do. I love it. Like I could see this being the spot. Like girl.
Period, y'all. This may be Shannon right here. I'm so excited to have her here with us, y'all. This is my first podcast, and what better way to start a podcast like this but none other than this baby Shannon.
Look, since this ain't gonna be in it, I can lift the girl.
Get all the way right, because that is this is gonna be a fucking vibe.
This is gonna be
like, let's get at least 10,000 views.
I know that's right. We need it.
So we got Miss Baby Shannon here, y'all. And I called her, and I wasn't even thinking you were going to be able to come because, first of all, you're getting ready to move.
Yeah, my flight leaves tomorrow. So I'm like 1 foot out the door already. But you called me and explained everything you wanted to do. And I was like, girl, I'm pulling up. Like, I believe in it. And, like, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy that you came. So why are you getting up out of here?
So I honestly feel like I know, like, if you're from Milwaukee, like everybody like mentions this glass ceiling. Everybody's like, there's a certain point where like you've done everything that you can do in this city, like, and there's nothing more to do. I kind of feel like I've reached that glass ceiling because I've done everything and then some 2 times. You know what I'm saying?
So tell us a little bit about like what has been your journey in Milwaukee and doing reality, MTV shows, all kinds of stuff. Did y'all know she's a reality rock star? And you were on an MTV show called Ghosted, and that's actually how I found out about you. Everybody was sharing it. She went viral, and I was like, who would ghost this beautiful girl? Like, first of all, he's fucking nuts.
Okay.
But anyway, so like, what has been your hey girl? She's like trying to sneak in, y'all. But Cree, we could be able to hear your voice. So if you want to ever say anything, we can't hear your voice. Actually, can you we probably should turn that fan off though, low key.
It's the fan. Yeah.
Okay, look, she getting right to the drink.
I know that's right. Look, get us right, sis.
Can I get a chemistry 1-on-1?
Okay, look. Period.
So tell us, what have you been doing and what has that journey been like for you?
Ooh, so where do I start? When people ask me like, what do you do? I'm like, a lot, like, because it's just so much. And I feel like my journey might have started like doing makeup. And then like I've been like working on people's sets and like working with photographers like throughout the city and just collabing with those people. And while I'm doing makeup, people like, girl, you should model. You should get into this. I'm like, oh, should I? Okay. So like I started modeling and that did pretty well. Like I'm on hair packs all throughout the United States and stuff. Like I just be doing stuff and it just seems to work out. Like it's a little more to it because like I'm not one of those people that's scared to like work for what I'm going for. So like I'll collab with different photographers throughout the city and then suddenly somebody like, yo, my friend does XYZ, you should work with this person. And then I end up in the lap of somebody that's like, here goes the money, what's up?
Favor.
Yes.
I feel like you got this star power. Sometimes we can't really explain what it is.
Yeah.
But that when you get in the right place, it's gonna manifest, it's gonna come true for you.
Man.
And that's really dope that you have that type of favor. And I think a lot of that has to do with your personality. Like you really have a really beautiful personality. And you beautiful on top of that. You're easy going. And like a lot of women, especially in Milwaukee, are not like that. So like tell me, what has been the response from other women regarding your success?
So I'm like a woman's woman and I love to uplift women and all of this and that. But like I said, I've done a little bit of everything. So from there, I've done like music videos. I've done this and acting, like all types of stuff. And like when you get into a room with like a bunch of women, even like when it comes to friendships, like you always encounter women that assume because you're a pretty girl, because you're successful, like they assume like she about to be a bitch. So let me out bitch her first. And it's like, why you mean?
Why you being weird to me?
You acting ugly. I don't like that. Like, cause I'm like goofy. I like to have fun. I like to not think about stuff. But like, you get in the room with these girls. Like, literally, just recently, like, I was hanging with some people like that was a part of like a certain celebrity's team, whatever. And this girl like came to the table and she's talking. I'm barely paying attention to their conversation. They mentioned like, oh, she's moving to Vegas too, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm from Vegas. Like, I like from Milwaukee, moved to Vegas, and she hanging out in Milwaukee for some reason. Who knows? I don't care. Wasn't really paying attention. So she like randomly brings up like, so what are you gonna do out there? Because a lot of people think they're just gonna move out there and like do well. I'm like, first of all, because like
I'm already on.
I'm that bitch. Like, why you in my business? But it was like that bitchy type, like, oh, I don't know. Like, she must have thought I was gonna like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna figure it out when I get there. And I'm like, first of all, this, like, that'd be my favorite part. Cause I'm a good person. Mm-hmm. But to gather a motherfucker feels so good when you can. Cause it's like, you ain't know this was coming. I was like, well, I own property. I work for a digital strategy company. Like, you know, I'm pretty much good. Like, I make thousands a month just from being me. And then I get paid from social media. I model. I also do makeup. So if all that doesn't work out, you know, I am a walking bag, sis. And she, oh, okay. Yeah. She's like, because I went out there and I just didn't. Yeah, I know. Oh, wow. You look like it. So, anywho, like, it's just like, girl, like, people really, like, come at you a certain way when you're pretty and you're in settings. Like, it's almost like a dog-eat-dog type of vibe. And it's like, it don't have to be like that. So, I think, yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that because I be feeling like sometimes, like, is it me, you know?
I don't know.
You know, it's,
these hoes be hating.
I be tired of that because I really have like an open personality and I don't be on that. And that's how when I first met you, we were in the club.
Girl.
And I remember seeing her and I was like, dang, I want to speak, you know, because I follow and everything. But I'm like, no, she probably ain't going. I'm just going, you know, just be cool. But if she say something, I'm going to say something back. And you did. And I was like, period. And the energy you gave me was like completely like, not to say different from what I expected, but like you said, like welcoming. A lot of women. You don't
expect it because a lot of women are like that. Like, and it's like you think like, is it me? And for a long time, I thought, okay, it's probably me. Am I being mean? Am I being rude? Do I look like a bitch? But it's them. It's their insecurities. It's they hating ass energy, and that's not for you to like. That's not for you to tiptoe around. And I had to learn that for myself. Like, I will always come at people with respect. I will always play nice. I will always be fun, loving, and open and welcoming. But like I said, as soon as you give me the green light, I'm gonna gather you. Like, and that's when like people don't know, but I got a slick ass mouth, and you gonna be like, yeah.
I wish I had the slick mouth, but I'll be quick.
Girl, call me. Be like, hold on, Shannon, tell her. Like, don't play with her.
Okay, don't forget because I might hit you up like,
listen, that's fine.
Said this. No, what should I do? Because I really just want to be her ass, and that be me. I'll be ready to fight. Like I got a rubber band on my arm right now, just in case some shit go down. But I shouldn't have to be like that.
It's crazy, but it's funny because I literally have a friend that be like, you know me, I just fight. So she'll call me like, text me what to say. I'll be like, girl, hold on. Click, 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 click.
Oh, okay. No. Y'all give us a second while we drink our chemistry 101.
Yes.
Cheers.
We ain't even cheers. Hold on.
Cheers.
Episode 1. Girl, this is so good.
It is.
I was telling her, like, this tastes like summer.
It tastes like summer.
Literally, I don't know how else to tell y'all. It tastes like I want every day to be like 75 degrees and sunny.
You're gonna get it. You're gonna make it.
I know that's right.
Right.
She's might get 200 degrees and sunny, but I'm gonna get some. I'm gonna get some summer, all right.
Right. Thank you, Cree.
So good, girl. This is the type of drink
y'all Cree is behind.
This is the type of drink that had you fucked up because you will be like, this is juice. You wig on the floor, it's juice.
Like it tastes like liquor, but
give me some more of that juice.
Like liquor, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't even know. I don't get it, but it's good as hell.
So good. It's so good.
Period. Life is sweet.
Yes.
And that's a perfect love for it. So speaking of hateration, I'm gonna you know move forward into a current topic right now.
Okay.
With PNB Rock.
Ooh.
Rest in peace. Y'all don't know or y'all heard, I'm sure. PNB Rock just got killed inside of Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in LA. And it's really sad news. You know, I was introduced to PNB, one of my good friends, and I used to listen to it back to back. Like I loved his voice. It's just something about him. And to hear that he was killed and that they took his chain, it's a lot going on. But the other thing too is his girlfriend is getting a lot of stuff behind that. So like, what are your thoughts? Because I know part of who you are as a creative is you're very open with the public. and you are very opinionated.
Girl.
And
I be getting cussed out for a living, y'all. No,
girl, I enjoy her statuses. I mean, so opinionated. And you always, I feel like you always say the things that need to be said, even though it's hard.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts about how the social media is treating his girlfriend?
So, first off, I want to say, like, everybody's like, oh, she set him up, and, you know, social media, y'all doing this and that for clout and this and that, and that's why social media is killing y'all. But it's like, at the same time, they don't realize how easy it is for all these people to have these big opinions. And I realize this girl just watched her baby daddy, her man, die in front of her, be robbed. This is a traumatic experience. And they had the whole world to blame her. And nobody understand how, like, dangerous or how powerful words are. Like, they was under her pictures like, kill yourself and this and this and that. It's like, what is wrong with y'all? Like, for y'all not to have no evidence other than her posting her location. So y'all, like, she set him up, blah, blah, blah. But my whole opinion on the situation was, first and foremost, like, anybody that has been to LA, anybody that knows people in LA, anybody that has seen a Twitter post from LA knows, like, people are robbing people left and right. And, like, they do not care. Like, that's literally, like, that's just like being in Milwaukee and driving a Kia. You know what's up.
Kia boys coming, bitch.
They coming. And I don't know. That's like somebody blaming me, like, you posted her Kia on Instagram. That's how they knew. No, it's Milwaukee, and you had a Kia, and everybody is looking to steal a Kia. That's what it is. So you're in LA with jewelry on, without security. You at Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles in the hood, like the worst one you could be at.
Like, why we gotta be there, y'all?
Her posting the location probably wasn't helpful. And like, personally for me, because my personal situations, I never posted at a time that I'm at a space, so I'm against that already. But it's like, that's not something to go off and kill yourself and you the reason he dead. It's not.
Yeah.
Look where y'all was at. Anybody can ride past, and I'm sure they had like a very like notable car where it's like, oh, that's their car. So I'm sure anybody could have rolled past them like that's their car. You know, that's a public space during the day. Anybody could have went in and out. An employee could have called somebody. Anybody could have took a picture of them. Anybody could have posted their location with the picture of them. Like, it's not like they were somewhere exclusive. It's not like they were somewhere low.
Right.
So to blame her is just like heartless to me until like y'all get some real like information. That's crazy to me.
Yeah, let's not do that. Because the other thing is, I really don't want her to commit suicide either. You know what I'm saying? Like,
and that would be
easy, such a
though.
sad tragedy, especially for a Black woman. We already feeling left behind and
it's so easy to blame us.
Else. You know, I feel like, you know, this conversation is so relevant today because a lot of people are out here posting their business and saying everything they're doing because they want to shine and look good to the next person. And for her situation, I'm like, okay, like, it's kind of valid. Like, I understand, like, yes, that's a misstep. She probably shouldn't have did that. You know, he out here with all this jewelry on and, you know, who else knows what he had in his pockets. And for you to stay where you are, it's like a setup on accident. But that's not something that we, as the public, should be saying. That's closed door. Like, like,
everybody
we do have to have that conversation because that's a fuck up. Like, completely. Like, you shouldn't have did that at the end of the day. However, God extends grace on everybody, and so should
and to
we.
Crucify
like,
her like that, like,
right.
what's wrong? And then, like, my thing is, like, everybody's logic was, y'all doing all of this for clout, but at the same time, y'all using social media for the very thing that social media is, like, bad for. Like, y'all are crucifying this woman. Y'all are attacking her. She has to, like, disable her Instagram. Like, all her comments was, kill yourself, and you the reason your baby daddy dead, and da-da-da. She got these kids to raise. Y'all think he would be happy with y'all doing his baby mama like that? He was posting her nonstop in his stories. They was posting their locations. Both of them was. So it's like, honestly, it was a misstep between both of them. First of all, look where you were without security. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's sad that we live in a world that you have to move that way, but you do. And a lot of people are far too comfortable not knowing that, like, with social media, with just being a public figure, everybody has access. And that's before social media. Everybody has access to Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. They weren't anywhere exclusive. So it's like, that was a misstep, but that probably wasn't even the deadly misstep because it's like, it could have been anything that somebody was like, oh, there you go.
Right. So I imagine one day you're going to be at that status where you're going to have to be, you have to be careful now, but you're going to have to be extremely careful about where you're going and who you with and what you put out there and things like that. So, you know, definitely, you know, keep your eyes open because I don't, You said you going where?
I'm going to Vegas,
you going
y'all.
to
Everybody been telling me,
Vegas?
like, be careful, be careful. I'm like, they better watch out for me. No.
Be careful,
yeah.
but shine. So
Yeah.
before we get into the next part, I
Mhm.
want to give you a gift because
Girl,
we definitely we want you to shine too.
I love gifts. Look. Oh my goodness. Girl, this gonna go into you. Stop playing with me. Hey, you gonna come, you gonna be like, where this light at? I'm like, it didn't blew out. I didn't use that 24/7 for the last few days. Girl, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Because you know what? You are protected. Yes. So do whatever is necessary for you to get yourself out there because you definitely have that star power. And we definitely want to see it. Like,
thank you.
I think
you need a tribe like that, y'all. Like, I love her.
Milwaukee could really be better. We could be better to each other.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Since you're leaving, I think it's cool for us to just lay it out on the table.
Okay.
All right?
Ooh, we can lay out.
So why don't you tell us in what ways has Milwaukee helped stimulate your growth and what ways has it hindered you? Now I know you said, you mentioned the glass ceiling. Yeah. And, a little hateration, but that might be everywhere. You know, it's a small city. So what could you tell the people out there? Because I know it's a lot of us as creatives out here who may not be able to leave just yet. But it's cool to recognize our growth, but also to see, okay, what could that glass ceiling look like? So when it's time for us to go, we know when it's time to leave.
So the first part of your question, I will say, like, some things that stimulated my growth is just like, like how they say some people see a situation, they be like, they fall into being like that situation. I feel like I more so was like, okay, I have a lot of examples of what I don't want to do and what I don't want to be. Like being here, like, long story short, like, I love where I'm from. I love Milwaukee. Like, we do have some great qualities. But there are a lot of statistics that are very real and very prevalent. Like all of these statistics, when you Google Milwaukee, when you think of like, okay, this is like literally the worst place to raise a Black child. Like this is like one of the, like, we have the smallest male population of Black men, but the highest incarceration rate of Black men. Like you can't like literally own like your rental car if it's a Kia or Honda. They saying do not park in Milwaukee County, okay? And they not wrong because your car will be gone. Like I have a friend with a Honda, and he like, my window's been busted out like 3 times this week, and I'm like, well, just drive windowless at this point. Like leave the keys in the car. I like. What do you do? What do you do with this? Like, but it's so many like things that will hinder your growth here. Like, and it's hard to keep like pushing for something that you can't do here. Like, I think it's better to be a representation of what like the kids here can be like and come back. So yeah, that I think I answered that question. Did I?
Yeah, you did. So we're hearing that you would come back, right?
Yes, I'm gonna be back often. I will be back often, like I said. Honestly, like I've been booking flights and it's expensive and it's time consuming, but once a month I'll be back. But mostly it'll be like for things like this, like my podcast, like working and stuff like that. Because like I said, I got property here, I work here, I got family here, all my friends are here.
Where's your sugar daddy at?
I need one. Listen, I'm sick of being that strong, independent woman. I'm sick.
I might have a Rolodex for you.
Hey, send him this way, baby. Won't you come? Listen,
like, especially long distance work too.
Okay, I gotta get a little conversation, baby. Come on now. Look, I got a mouth on me, But it's tough, girl. Like I've been like, where are the sugar daddies? Like, God damn,
they out there. They looking for you.
They need to find me. Maybe Shannon on all platforms. Get serious. Look maybe straight Shannon. In the camera. Which camera? Look like. But yeah, it's definitely. I'm gonna be back and forth. So.
Yeah. So when you get out there, what are you looking for to be like one of the major changes for you?
So I think just like peace. Honestly, like not to say like I'm just around so many toxic people and stuff like that, because I'm not. Like I'm around like a decent group of people that are pretty much supportive. Like I've had my time, like I said, like you gotta really weave through the haters and stuff to find like the supportive people, the go-getters, the people that really want good for you, okay? The people that really want you to do well out here. Like you really gotta figure out who those people are. And I think I've come to a place in my life where I figured out who those people are. Okay, one of them right here, So I just feel like Yeah. When I get out there, all I'm doing is finding peace. I'm just gonna be like in a space, like I'm moving to like the suburbs of like Nevada. So I'm gonna be like in a place where I could just be by myself and I could just exist and I can have a view of the mountains and I could just live and get work done. And when it's time to work, I could bring it back here. Yeah. And then also, y'all know Vegas is Vegas. I do makeup. Like I kind of stopped doing makeup here because I got so frustrated with dealing with like the typical Milwaukee stylist client bullshit. You know, y'all know that dynamic. That's a whole podcast episode.
Right, Cree? It'd be a struggle.
That's a podcast episode.
I actually have a lawsuit coming on Monday that I have to go to because, you know, I'm going to say, well, I can say it now because I'm probably not going to air this. She just wanted her money back, okay? I'm like, you're not getting that. I'm going to win.
Like literally though, like Milwaukee is one of those places where you have to deal with so much to do so little. Yeah. Like it's not worth it. Like
you
the stress.
Reinventing the wheel. My friend, he actually moved out to California, and I was telling him, you know, I don't know, he's trying to get me to come out there, and I was actually supposed to go, but some things held me back, and that's crazy because I don't have any children, and we're gonna get into that because I know you're mom. And I just, you know, some things had caught me up. But before, you know, I was telling Cree, you know, I'm about to get out of here. I was trying to figure out the lab situation, like trying to make it work. And he was just like, you know, what the difference is when you come out here, it's a beaten path for you already. Yes. And while it's noble and honorable to do that in places where there isn't any, it's a lot more challenging, especially when you don't have a team.
You're gonna stress yourself out till you fall the fuck out. Like literally, like you find yourself trying so hard for something that's like in the end, like you be like, was it worth it? Yeah. And I don't want to feel like that. Like I said, like I don't mind coming back, but one thing you have to do in any situation is make sure like you taking care of you. And that's with any relationship, that's with any situation. So you gotta make sure you good. Like you gotta put when you on the plane and they be like, oh, if the plane go down, put your mask on and then make sure everybody else good. That's what you gotta do.
My ass will be like, y'all good, baby?
Nah, I'm be like, I learned exactly. Like, and then you dead and all of them like, why she dying? Like, they need you. They need you to put that mask on. Then you can go help them. You know, they need you to put the mask on.
Energy. I feel like we just always were naturally given, right?
Yeah. Like, it took me so long to break that, and I think that was the best thing ever for me because that's what has held me back. Like, I'm trying to save everybody. I'm trying to fix everything. I'm trying to help with stuff, and it's like, I'm gonna kill myself and they're gonna be still alive. Like, damn, Shannon gone. What we gonna do? God, let me find somebody else stressed the fuck out. Like, it don't. You can't do that to yourself. So, like I said, like I'm gonna be out there. The same formula I've used here. Like, stack my money, work hard, do my extra shit like my makeup and stuff like that, my modeling, whatever bubbles. Like, cause it does for me. I'm gonna do it there, and I'm gonna buy some property out there. I'm gonna come back here when I feel like it to take care of things that I gotta take care of here. Cause like I feel like here, like I've already figured out the formula. I figured out what needs to be done. I figured out how to get it done. I figured out everything that needs to be figured out for me. So now I'm gonna go to Vegas to figure it out. Then I'm gonna look. And honestly, like I'm not even sure I want to live there forever. Cheers.
And you don't have to.
That could be just one stop.
Yeah, one stop. I might take over the 50 states. No, I'm just. Look, we gonna talk about crazy.
I'm gonna go crazy.
Yeah, that's right. Like you don't understand how like refreshing it was to see that you had structure and you have a space set up to some capacity. Like, goddamn, like you really exceeded expectations. So I'm super proud of you. I'm super happy for you, and I know this is gonna be successful. And be ready, because people play. Because people play too damn much.
Y'all heard her, right? Don't play with her.
Do not play with her.
Cause she gonna tell me what to say when y'all do.
And y'all gonna be like, she got a slick ass mama. Like, it's me, bitch. What's up?
Period. Because I am coming out to Vegas.
Period.
It's official. I have an invite.
Yes, you have an invite, a +1. Like, girl, I love it.
All right, so let's play a quick game.
I'm ready.
If you think of one, you can ask me back, or we can both do it for each other.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Milwaukee or Chicago?
Milwaukee. And people be surprised at that, but I gotta explain. Because, like, literally, like, it's literally right up the street from Chicago. And I feel like everybody from Milwaukee goes to Chicago. So it's not a big difference to me.
Okay.
Like, and they go to the same spot. So it's just like, I'd rather be home.
Yeah. Okay.
With my people.
Okay. Facebook or IG?
Instagram, of course.
Really?
Of course.
Because you get your shit off on Facebook.
I do.
So why IG?
So it's funny because like though I get my shit off on on Facebook and like you could really like post all of what you want to say, get your shit off. Like I love that platform for that, but it's also very is the word constraining? Is that the right word? Like because it's like literally like all the mess is gonna be there. You gotta think Facebook is for like a community. So like everybody you see is gonna be people you know already or people that know people that you know. It's gonna be mostly like your community. Any suggested post, any suggested friends gonna be people that know people, mutuals. So it's always like when you get on Facebook, it's literally like watching the news. Like I don't even watch the news because if I'm on Facebook, I know who died before the news. No, I know who fought who baby daddy ain't shit. I know who got what. I know what's going on. Like you know everything.
That's all the business.
That's all the business, and that's all the business of people you know.
So do you change your pictures from what you put on Instagram and Facebook, or are they the same? Because I'm still trying to figure that out. Because I like to get my shit off, but I really stopped for a long time because I don't know.
I personally feel like when I worked like a regular 9 to 5, like I worked at the hospital for a little long time, but like I worked at the hospital and like I was super like everybody, oh, what's your Facebook? What's your Facebook? First of all, get the fuck out of my business. And it was hard to have that duality because it's like you got these people that work this 9 to 5 and they're like, what the fuck are you doing? And then I host, I model, I promote, I do all of this stuff. So it's important for me to show my fun side, my party girl side, but they're like confused about it. So for a long time, I'm like, I can't post it on Facebook. But I got to the point where, like, first of all, $15 an hour is $100 a day. I show up at somebody's club and make triple what I'm making working this 9 to 5, acting like I got some sense. So I'm gonna show the fuck out, and y'all can kiss my ass. Okay. Y'all don't like it, fire me, and I go make some more money.
Listen, that's the beauty about like just knowing your power.
Yeah,
because now you can dictate what it is that's what coming in because you are able to show up and do that. Like. Yeah. I was so conformed for so long. I taught in public schools for like 7 or 8 years. And then after that, I started coaching teachers. And it was like I was falling deeper and deeper in. And like
it's almost
I
like
just turned down an $85,000 yearly job a couple months ago. And it's like, how am I able to do that? Like, bitch, I'm still hurt. But at the end of the day.
But you got to believe in yourself and your power. Like you said, it's at the end of the day, you start to realize your power. Because I slowly, like, people, like, at that time, I was like, 19 when I started working in the hospital. And $15 an hour, it's like, that's good money for a 19-year-old. Like, okay, you're doing good. Right. I'm like, hold on. If I'm charging, at the time, like, $50 for a full face, if I'm hosting at night, I'm making like $300 a day. And then I ain't got to deal with nobody telling me how I should act. I don't got to deal with nobody judging me or just on my Facebook and on my Instagram. What the fuck is she doing?
Or no bitch? Politics and like changing
none of that.
Who you are.
I don't have
like,
to code switch.
You shouldn't have to be like, oh, you can't see my Facebook because I'm really gangster on here. But we should be able to just be us because that's who we are. It's crazy out here. Yeah. All right. Sex or head?
You are? Listen, that's a hard question. You might want to throw this on the Patreon because I'm an actress at heart. So,
walk 3,000.
You hear me? What you want? Because I am a freak, y'all. It's like the simple, sexy ass. Shout out to Piper, okay?
Whoever you are, can I
Black
get
owned.
One? Has your wig ever came off?
Look, this is special order, baby. What are you talking about? Slut me out.
Please.
Leave me with no respect.
Y'all gotta watch that part later. Okay, yeah. All right, one more for you, and I know you're gonna like this one. Natural bodies or surgery?
Team natural. Period. Team motherfucking natural,
you said
bro.
Natural like, coming back. I swear, every time you say that, I'll be out looking like, all right, she got a natural. I like hers, but do I really? I don't know. Is she right? Shannon, are you right? Because I need it. I don't got no.
Natural bodies are. Listen, y'all. Like, I be doing, like, I'm one of them people, like, I will go down a rabbit hole. Like, don't let me see one TikTok about something. Now I'm Googling it. Now I didn't watch the YouTube. I'm on Pinterest trying to, like, it's bad, okay? So, like, I saw something about Y2K styles coming back, which are back. Like, the Juicy Couture outfits, the Y2K Paris Hilton Von Dutch era. Okay. It's back, okay? It's here. It's back. Probably not in Milwaukee. You
and
know
y'all
we a little
heard
late.
It from Miss Maybe Shannon.
It's back. Like, probably not in Milwaukee, but it's back. Like, the California, the West Coast, like, they got the fashion going. That it's back. Y2K style is heavy right now. Like, a lot of stuff you're going to notice now, like, that I said it, like, all the popular, like, shopping things online and stuff, they have, like, Y2K sections because it's back. What did Y2K do to us? Okay, first and foremost, My body would have been considered, bitch, you're fat. Okay, so bitches were like Paris Hilton skinny as fuck. Right. Like, cause like they was wearing those low cut jeans. Like a low cut jean on me even to be like, girl, what?
Not with the pudge right
I can't do that. I gotta keep the high waist. Like, what I'm gonna do? So I'm gonna get in the gym, but that's another story. But like, yeah, like Y2K fashion is back, and that's gonna like push people to like start to get slimmer because they want to fit into those clothes. Okay. Just like the BBL body was in that Fashion Nova, like that, it was in. Yeah. Have y'all know? Even like when you watch the Kardashians, have y'all noticed they went from diaper booty to like they slimming down all of a sudden? Like, where's y'all asses?
Lips changing,
lips going back.
Changing.
Yeah. With the trends. So they're with the trends, and everybody gonna follow what they're doing. It's trending. And then when you also like add in K-pop, which is like the
yes, that's my favorite. That is literally my favorite.
That's also trending.
I went to Peru and it was K-pop everywhere. I was like, in fucking Peru,
it's gonna come
everywhere.
It's on its way.
Miami. I went to Miami and I'm like, this they vibe. Like they vibe is really something different. But I'm really not on that because I feel like, I mean, I don't really know how to say this, but like we are the culture.
We are.
I don't really. We are. I'm not ready to relinquish.
I feel like it's always gonna be like a separation between like the Black community and like the world. Right. You know what I'm saying? So like booty always gonna be in. that's why I ain't really worried about the Y2K shit. But I got my Von Dutch ready. My Von Dutch is ready. Okay. So certain things like we've always had a way of like making shit fit what we do. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? But like that BBL body was like an exaggeration of what we already were. You know what I'm saying? Because like our women already had ass. You know what I'm saying?
Or somebody said, no, it was Kendrick Lamar. We look in the mirror and we see a reflection of ourselves.
Yeah.
And we took that and like just maximized it. Like we already
that. We
already are that. We is that bitch. We are the ones that are
Y'all the blueprint. Stop playing with these people.
So we looked at what they were imitating and then
imitated that. What the fuck? Exactly. And that's why I say like natural bodies are gonna be back in because the slim bodies are in. So we're gonna be like, well, we good how we are. Like we already got that body, yada yada. You don't gotta do nothing else. We're good.
I'm excited because I've really been walking in myself lately for like the past like it's been a while, like 3-4 years. I don't wear bras, I don't wear underwear, but like I really should because my titties are so small. I used to want them done. I've been wanting my titties done since I was 14 years old. Like,
I wanted my titties done at one point. And I don't know what the fuck happened, but they start kind of filling out on their own. That's why also, like, I'm kind of like, I'm not against getting surgery done if you really want it and it's for you. But I find, like, most women that I've talked to, like, I got it done for the guy. Like, my friend was surprised, like, even on my podcast, I talked to Destiny Lynn, and she was surprised that, like, it was a guy I was talking to, and he was really, like, you nice, but, like, you imagine how you would be if you got a, like, BBL, if you got your butt. I'm 5'2", y'all. I'll be falling on my back. Like, I got enough for my size, bro. Like, I'm a skinny, short girl, bro. Like, with a little bit of booty, and that's okay.
It's perfect.
But if you add more to that shit, sir, what? So it's like a lot of women I also talk to have like contemplated that stuff for other people, and I hate that for them. Like, I don't want that. Like, or they like work in strip clubs where it's like you said, they see them imitating, and they're like, I need more.
Yeah.
No, bro. Like, if that's what you want to do, do that shit, bitch.
Like, I don't care what nobody say. You get your shit done, and then you go again. Even when you go the first time, it's an insecurity, or you looking for attention. It's just like these niggas that be out here flashing their money, flashing their jewelry,
you want attention.
Doing this. Y'all want attention because y'all still stuck in this old mindset, that poverty mindset that if I don't show it, I don't have it. And if I have it, I must show it. Like, that's so,
girl. Like, can we talk about it? Because, like, I'm gonna send you a TikTok I was looking at. I was like, this is right. It was right. But seriously, like, if it's for anybody else, fuck that. Don't do it.
Yeah.
If it's something you wanted, girl, do your shit. Have fun. Do whatever you want to. But at the end of the day, also know, like, it will never fix what's broken. Like, you really, like, there's been, like, flaws in myself. I'm like, oh, my God, I don't like this. I want to fix this. I want to change this. At the end of the day, when you understand, like, your flaws and all, you're perfect, and you're that bitch no matter what flaw you got. If you like, I'm a little heavy, bitch, you still that bitch.
Period.
Don't let nobody tell you nothing motherfucking else, because at the end of the day, it's always going to be somebody like, I don't like how thin you are. I don't like how big you are.
Right.
I don't like how short you are. I don't like how tall you are. Like, somebody's not going to like it. So as long as you like it, fuck these people. Yeah. That's the saying. Fuck these people.
Y'all gonna have to buy her a flight to come back and host a show with somebody. Man. Like, I'm really having such a good time. Such a good time with you. Such a good time. Go. I'm staying here. I missed one topic that I really wanted to talk about because I know it's a lot of women out here who are like you, who are creative, who are Black women, who are beautiful, who are experiencing trauma, search, all kinds of stuff. But also, I think what is the most reputable title you have is that you're a mom. I am, y'all. So, like, how are you doing all of this?
Girl, I don't know. Y'all, listen. I don't know. I be in autopilot. Is that the word? Like, because I just be in go all fucking day. And it will surprise people that I'm actually good at being a mom. Like, because people be like, do you be having your baby? I'm like, all the fucking time. Like, I need help. Like, but you know what? I got pregnant in high school, and that was a misstep. But you gotta like take a lesson and turn it into a blessing. At the end of the day, like, she roll with it. You know what I'm saying? That's damn near my photographer sometimes. Like, she know, like, I'm taking meetings and stuff. Like, I'll be like this. She be like, okay.
How old is she?
She's 10 now, y'all. Oh, yes. People like, you. Like, I go to field trips. They like, are you a kid or I'm like, I'm a parent. Like, the kids be like, are you her sister? I'm like, no. But you know, like, but like, you gotta really like turn those lessons into blessings every single time. And like I said, like, it's really hard, but it's something like you learn to roll with the punches and figure out how it works for you. Like, but people would be surprised that I'm actually good at it. But it's just finding that like balance and finding out what works for you. Because like I said, like in the beginning, it was like, okay, Facebook should be my kid and like regular life and stuff. But it's also like, number one, when we talk about Blueface's situation and posting and shit like that, like, y'all will never see me post my child. Because the way I get DMs and inboxes, some of that shit is concerning. Okay. Ooh. Some of that shit that I like just like don't respond to or I block, like, it's very concerning. So it would like kill me to like post my child and they're like, oh, like, I don't even want to think about that. And I understand, like, I'm like sort of a public figure. I'm sort of like a sexier, like, sometimes I'll post sexy shit. I don't want my baby face next to my ass out. That's not what we doing, bro. Like as a mother, I know I'm like the best. Like, and like the only people that I ever will need to like confirm that is my child. And like literally, like, she's the best. And like even like me and her daddy, we had some, you know what I'm saying, some issues. You gotta listen. You know, we had some issues, but those are good now. And like at the end of the day, now that those are good, like he can admit that like I've held it down for so long. Like my parents, like my mom is real. Like she's more so like one of those people that are like, okay, like she's from Indiana, y'all. So she, you know, she look green. You know what I'm saying? So she like, all right, like she'll be honest with you, but in a nice way. And she like, you're such a mom. I'm like, thanks. But I'm a hood rat because my daddy. Period. Okay. That's what happened. Be careful.
You have both mom and dad at home?
Both mom and dad, they still married. And everybody be so surprised at that too. Like, they're like, really? But like, it's
that's why
good.
That's why.
Yeah.
Like, I think, you know, of course, having two parents at home is definitely, it reflects in who you are and your mannerisms and how you show up every day. You know, that's probably why we so broken in Milwaukee, because so many broken families, and it's a really sad thing.
And then I will say, a lot of these people that do stick together, it wouldn't. Leave that motherfucker. No, I'm just let me stop promoting leaving people. But like, I do feel like some two-parent households.
I'm so stuck.
Some people need to leave these people. Like, I'm like, y'all, like, it's people have to help me. Yeah, people have to like realize when it's a good situation and it's good to co-parent, and when it's like good to cut ties. Because some people I know that's in two-parent houses, I'm like, who the fuck raised you? But it's like, it's two people that were so toxic they should have never even had you. But that's a different story. Y'all. This drink got me on a tangent. Period. Okay, I can go for hours.
So, what is some advice? Well, you've given us some advice, I think, throughout. But like, give one more thing that you want to give to the folks that are watching. Just some tips on being successful.
Don't be scared to work, y'all. Like, honest to God, like, the internet, y'all, like, the internet can be such a like blessing and such a curse. And it's up to you to choose like what it is. Like, literally, like, you got people that's on the internet and they're like, okay, I seen this girl packaging all her products and saying like, oh, I just opened my business and I sold 100 things and this and that. Everybody thinks that just comes overnight. People not on the internet showing their L's. They're not on the internet showing like how much they struggle, how much they fought for what they have. Like, a lot of, and I'm trying to get better at that and being transparent, because like people really think like this bitch just pretty and she showed up. No, like, I've been working like a regular job since I was 14. Like, my mom was not like, they spoiled me with love. They did not give me no motherfucking money. You gonna get love. We love you. We gonna hug you. But a cell phone, bitch. I don't know who gonna pay that bill. And I went to work. Okay. So like, I've been working since I was 14, and like that work ethic is so necessary. Customer service is necessary, even if you want to be an entrepreneur. People think, okay, when you're an influencer, you're an entrepreneur. You really like make or break yourself. Like, all of that shit, like, it's up to you to show up. It's up to you to wake up. It's up to you to get dressed. It's up to you to make sure your makeup, your hair is done. It's up to you to find a videographer, a photographer, a set.
Or you gotta be everything.
You gotta be everything for a long time.
Because she ain't let me be everything.
I know that's right. And that help matters, bro. Like, surrounding yourself around good people, it matters. Don't let nobody from your past hold you back. Because people have it real bad to be like, oh, well, I gotta like hold these people down. I gotta be loyal to my day ones, when sometimes it ain't even, some day ones don't understand where you're going, and that's okay. It ain't like you beefing with them, but it's like, I'm going somewhere that you're not, and that's okay. Like, you cool. I hit you up when it's time to party. I hit you up when it's time to go get coffee. I hit you up when it's time to read a book. But right now, I'm doing something else. You know what I'm saying? And that's fine. It's up to them to understand. So be very conscious of your circle. Be very conscious of your work ethic. Because a lot of people want to be bosses, but they don't understand that word. They don't understand that you have to put in the work. Sometimes to open a restaurant, you got to start as the buster. Sometimes you got to wash a dish or two. Sometimes your ass need to learn how to fuck to cook. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when they call in, what you gonna do? I'm the boss. I ain't doing shit, and your shit gonna get closed the fuck down. So sometimes you have to learn every aspect of the job. And that's how I do everything. Like I said, I started off doing makeup. It turned into modeling. It turned into hosting. That turned into acting. That turned into being on MTV. That turned into shit. I got enough money. Let me buy some property. That turned into shit. Marketing. So everything you do on your path, do it with like, be conscious. Like, understand, like, you need to learn every aspect of the job to get where you want to go. And that's it.
I love that. I think the trend of that all is to be cognizant and conscious of the decisions you're making and your work ethic and the company you keep. That's a really good word. Yeah, that was some chemistry right there.
I know that's right. That was some motherfucking chemistry. Y'all, I cuss like a sailor. People would be so surprised.
I do too. I'm trying because you trying. I can tell you trying.
Like,
but I let one sit down. You looked at me like, all right.
Look, listen. Hey, that's these motherfuckers. What are these called? Are they the chemistry?
It's the chemistry stuff. I don't know. We gotta give it a name
because it's so good, and they got me lit, y'all. I'm sorry.
I said chemistry 101, but I feel like why don't you name it?
I think chemistry 101 or chemistry pink. Because it's pink. Pink chemistry.
Ooh.
Make sure y'all go cop that. Look, wait, it ain't in the stores yet, but y'all be ready.
Right, because when the niggas come, we'll have to do a brown chemistry, okay?
Ooh, chemistry pink, chemistry brown.
Ooh.
We got it. We got one here. This shit is good.
Listen, I'll give you some royalties.
And it's strong.
I said it.
I just want 10 cents per sale.
You don't have to sue me for it. I said it.
You don't have to sue me for it.
Before we get out of here, though, because you getting out of here for real. I mean, she getting out of Milwaukee.
I'm literally getting out of here.
But we love her, so we always gonna have open arms for you. But before you go, who are some artists or people, influencers, models? Who should we look out for?
So there's this model. Her name is Juju, and she does really, really good. I love her, y'all. Like, I don't know her Instagram, but her name is Juju. I follow her. She follows me, and like, she really doing her thing, like, as a model. And then this other model, her name is Layla. She also does like influencer stuff. Like, she literally does collabs for like, social media and stuff. She's from Puerto Rico. Like, so she bilingual and whatever. Like, I love her energy. She's so goofy like me. Like, she's super fun to be around. And she's one of those, like, she's one of those people that do the skits. She'll do the modeling. She do makeup. She's one of those. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and the list goes on and on, but we need to highlight you, first and foremost, like Kimistry here. Like, we need to highlight her. Like, seriously, like, follow her, like, subscribe. Make sure y'all tap in at whatever she upload, because it's such quality. Like, y'all don't know how much a breath of fresh air it was to come here today. Because y'all be inviting me to some ghetto shit. And when she hit me up, I was like, girl, I'm pulling up. And she was like, I thought you was ghosting. I was like, no. Like, you'd be surprised. People want me in a, listen, we ain't gonna go there.
It was definitely meant to be.
It was meant to be. And I was so, like, it was a breath of fresh air to see, like, the way, like, she sent me the message. And it was so, like, laid out. Do y'all see where we at? Okay? Like, I love it. So, shout out to you, girl. And, like, blessings and good luck on your journey. And it's gonna be so good. Like, just the way, like, you planned all of this out, I really do feel like you got good things coming for real. I love this for you.
Thank you. I'm gonna come visit you.
You are. That's
definitely coming.
Literally, I told you, like, my weekdays is like my me time sometimes, but like my only like interaction with people gonna be when y'all come visit me.
Okay, cool, because I like Vegas.
Yeah.
I can't stay for too long, but I'm gonna come. I think you. And I want to go over to LA.
Yes.
I've never been to LA. You know what's funny?
You never been to LA.
Never been to LA, but I know I'm supposed to live there. I know I'm supposed to live there.
That's why I chose Vegas.
But I know I'm supposed to live there.
That was one of the reasons I chose Vegas.
So I think, and it's a couple friends. Tay Spears is one of them that wants to move to LA. That's one of his goals. So I'm like, you know what? You probably need to just lay that foundation so we can follow behind you.
I love Tay Spears. Shout out to you. And shout out to fucking LA. Like, that's literally the reason I chose Vegas. Because LA is like, I'm a dreamer, but I'm one of them people, like, everything got to be planned out. I have to have the money for a few months rent. I got to have the money for everything. I'm like an overthinker, and I'm a dreamer. So it fights with each other. But LA, like, I've met people with 100,000 followers and no money. Yeah. And they're like 10 people in a room. And I'm like, y'all live like this? Yeah. Well, I can't. Like, because my friend, he lives in LA. He does well for himself. And he, like, has a 1-bedroom for, like, $2,500. I'm like, well, y'all got me fucked up. So I'll stay in Vegas and I'll go to LA. I'll catch that flight. Like, cause you know, Vegas just a little cheaper. Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, I'm a dreamer, but I like to have stability and I like to know I have something to fall back on.
Well, y'all heard it from baby Shannon right here.
I love it here, y'all.
I'm glad she came, y'all.
Yeah.
If y'all want to follow her information. I'm gonna put it at the bottom of the screen. Maybe Shannon, super dope individual, clearly inspirational, beautiful, all things and above, y'all. Well, thanks for coming out,
girl. Anytime. I'm gonna spin the block. Like, what are you like? I love it here, y'all. I'm gonna spin the block. Let me know when. And text me when somebody get out of line. This was good. The podcast good. My shit good. It's a strawberry. I'm gonna just start eating that shit.